Hello, 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 and welcome to Less is More, where we talk about personal credit, business credit, travel, and life in general. Today, we're going to go ahead and start with the first part of how to fix your personal credit, in which I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to fix your personal credit for free. You could do this all on your own. You don't need to pay any credit repairs or anybody else to fix this for you. It's very simple. All you have to do is follow my steps and you will be looking at an outstanding credit score in no time. Before we proceed, I would like for y'all to like and subscribe so you could be notified of when I post videos. I intend on posting videos every day. Just so I could go on ahead and get this algorithm down when it comes to YouTube. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get to it. The first part is how to fix your personal credit. So the first thing we want to talk about is you want to take first thing you want to do when you're fixing your credit is you want to go to annualcreditreport.com. I have a couple of videos. I have a previous video on how to go out there and know that you're at the correct site when it comes to annual credit report. And you're going to pull all three of your credit reports. The only one that will give you a credit score is Experian, and that's if you actually go out to www.experian.com and sign up for their free account. Don't sign up for the one that's paid, not the credit monitoring, none of that. Just sign up for the free portion of their account and you will definitely get a credit score. And what this does, it kind of gives you an idea of where you stand when it comes to your credit score. You can also go to Credit Karma, you could go to Credit Sesame as well, and those two will give you a ballpark figure of where you stand. But again, Experian is free, and that one is used a lot by a lot of credit card companies and banks that provide credit and loan information. So after you go to each one of these sites, and actually after you go into the annualcreditreport.com, then you're going to go into each one of the credit report sites, and we're going to freeze our credit reports. The reason why you want to freeze your credit reports is because for some reason people realize that you're working on your credit, you're trying to fix it, and at the same time you have these people, these hackers that are out there. They will see that your credit improves and they could easily go out there and apply for credit, and we don't want this. We want your credit frozen. We don't want anybody applying for credit. We don't want you applying for credit while we are working on fixing your credit. So I've also included each one of the sites where you would go to freeze your credit reports for Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to definitely go to optoutscreen.com, and that is a screen that you should be looking at. The reason why you want to go to optoutscreen.com or prescreen.com is you don't want to keep getting all these individual pitches for credit cards, all these emails, all this junk mail, all of that stuff. It also stops third-party data aggregators such as LexisNexis, such as SaveStream, from Innovis, from actually going out there and pulling your credit and looking at your information and selling it. What this does, it opts you out of all of that pre-screening garbage, and that way you can start working on your credit and you don't have to worry about people going out there and kind of looking to see and doing soft pulls to see what your credit is about. Okay, so let's go out there, freeze our credit, and go into opt-out pre-screen. Next thing we're going to do is we're definitely going to suppress all the third-party data collectors and the aggregators. And we definitely have to do this if you have any tax liens, judgments, bankruptcies, because these are the third-party agencies that verify and validate data to the consumer reporting agencies such as Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. So they pretty much provide the information to them about tax liens, judgments, and bankruptcies. The credit reporting agencies do not have this information, and these third-party data collectors, this is how they make their money, is by selling it to them. So you definitely want to freeze these, especially ARS, LexisNexis, Innovis, and definitely ChexSystems. Early warning system services has been popping up quite often lately, and you definitely want to freeze that one as well. So now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of the first part of your actual fixing my personal credit report. First thing we're going to do, this is an actual credit report from my Experian. I pulled it. It's fresh as of today. If you can see on the top, it says date generated is 9/24/2022. And basically I did it so you could actually see that my data is very minimum. I have a few variations of the names out there, but it hasn't been affecting my credit, so I'm not really concerned about it. But the first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and remove all variations of names you don't use. Remember that your names can be correlated to old bankruptcies and or charge-offs. So if your name used to be Leslie Smith and your name now is Leslie Jones, let's make sure that the only thing that's showing out there is Leslie Jones, so that way we can have no issues later on as we try to work on removing bankruptcies, tax liens, and or charge-offs. Same thing with old addresses. Let's remove all these old addresses by sending a letter stating you never lived there, you don't know where this address came from. You could also call them, and you could also have them remove these as well. The employer is not too important, but it also this is the data that the credit report shows as your personal information. So this is the first part of the video. Again, personal information, credit freeze, opt out, and work on these three things. The letters, I will definitely be giving you the letters on that you will be using to have these these names removed and or addresses. It's very basic, it's very simple. You're just going to write each one of them to each credit bureau and tell them, I have never lived at these addresses, I don't know where they're coming from. And you can also do the same thing with the names. You're going to just make sure that you provide a copy of your license, and make sure you sign it stating that you do not live there and you want this removed from your credit report. They have 30 days to remove this. If not, you could actually call them and you could send another letter to have them remove it. But again, this is the first part. I will definitely be giving you guys the letters that you will need to use, but I just wanted to instruct you on what we're going to do the first few steps in cleaning up your credit reports and the things you need to do, such as pull your credit reports, look at the addresses, look what's out there as far as last names, make sure you opt out, make sure you freeze your credit. If you do all these things first, then as we move on to the next step and fix your credit, it'll make it a lot easier because you don't have those old addresses and you don't have those old names that can tie you to any accounts that we're trying to remove as we proceed. Okay, so hope you have enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video of the Fix Your Credit series. Thank you.